a £59 Zara linen blend top, and a £12 version from a shop you walk past every week on the way to Tesco. Same fabric composition on the label. I checked them both. But that is not even the biggest price gap we found. Today, 7 cheap high street gold mines you walk past every single week. And at the very end, 3 rip-off brands right next door charging you up to 5 times more for the same fabrics. One of them is in almost every woman's wardrobe in Britain. Stay for that. Number 7. George at Asda. You go to Asda every week. You push your trolley past the George clothing racks near the entrance. Maybe you've grabbed a pack of socks or some pyjamas, but you've never seriously browsed the women's section. That's a mistake. A big one, actually. George at Asda quietly turns over more than £2 billion a year in clothing sales. 2 billion. That makes it one of the biggest clothing retailers in the entire country, and nobody treats it like one. Their jersey basics start at £6 to £8. A comparable scoop neck top at Next, £18. I've compared the fabric composition labels side by side. The cotton blend is nearly identical. You're paying £10 more for the word Next on the bag. Now, the sizing can be inconsistent between styles. A 14 in their jersey range fits completely differently to a 14 in their blazers. So if you're buying online, stick to what you've tried in store first. But for basics at that price, George deserves a serious look next time you're doing the weekly shop. And it's not even the most underrated supermarket range in the country. Number 6. Chew at Sainsbury's. Chew flies even further under the radar, and in some categories it actually beats George. Their denim in particular. £20 for a pair of straight-leg jeans that hold their shape, wash after wash. Try getting that at Fat Face for under £55. You can't. And here's something that genuinely surprised me. Chew has quietly run designer collaborations over the years, actual designer names, at Sainsbury's prices. Those pieces sell out fast because the women who know about them aren't telling anyone. Smart, really. Their workwear basics are solid too. Smart trousers, plain blazers, £12 to £25 for pieces you'd wear to the office without thinking twice. Where it falls short is availability. The bigger Sainsbury's stores have a proper clothing department. The smaller ones, barely anything beyond socks. And the online range doesn't always match what's on the shop floor. Frustrating, but not a deal breaker. Right, from supermarkets to a shop that women over 40 think is only for teenagers. Number 5, Primark. I know, hear me out. Yes, it's fast fashion. Yes, the shop floor is aimed at a younger crowd. But buried in every single Primark is a basics range that quietly outperforms brands charging 3 and 4 times the price. Their 100% cotton t-shirts, £3 to £6. A nearly identical cotton tee at Marks & Spencer costs £15. I have washed both repeatedly. The Primark version held up better than I expected, genuinely. The loungewear is excellent. The underwear multi-packs are solid value. And their thermal range in winter gives heat tech a genuine run for its money at a fraction of the cost. But here is what you need to avoid. Their structured pieces, blazers, tailored trousers, anything with shape. The synthetic blends fall apart after a couple of wears, and the knitwear pills fast. The gold mine at Primark is strictly in the cotton basics. Grab those, skip the rest. Speaking of shops on the retail park you drive past without a second glance. Number 4, Matalan. This one's interesting. Matalan sits on retail parks between B&Q and Currys, and you've probably driven past that sign 100 times on the way to somewhere else. The shop looks like a warehouse inside, not glamorous at all. But their own brand, Papaya, is quietly doing something clever, which is making pieces that look significantly more expensive than they are. Their knitwear especially. A ribbed cardigan for £15 to £18, that looks like something you'd find at Monsoon for £55. I did a double take when I compared them. And their summer linen pieces are consistently well made. Wide leg linen trousers for £20, linen blend shirts for £16. The shoes, though, don't bother. Quality drops off a cliff in the footwear section. And the store itself is honestly a bit grim. Bad lighting, packed racks, zero atmosphere. You have to be willing to dig. But if you dig, the value is properly there. We're halfway through now, and those 3 rip-offs are still coming at the end. One of them genuinely shocked me when I compared the labels. If you're finding this useful, subscribe. We rank and review UK high street brands every single week. Now, into the top 3. And this next shop needs a completely different approach. Number 3. TK Maxx. Have you ever walked into TK Maxx, spent 15 minutes getting completely overwhelmed by the chaos, and walked out with nothing? Yeah, that's because you were shopping it like a normal high street store. It isn't one. TK Maxx rewards strategy, not browsing. 3 rules. Rule 1. Check the fabric label before you check the price. If it says 100% polyester, put it back. The real goldmine at TK Maxx is the natural fibres. Silk blouses, wool coats, cashmere blend jumpers from brands like Hobbs, Jigsaw and Whistles at 60 to 70% off their original retail prices. Rule 2. Skip the main racks entirely. Walk to the gold label section towards the back. That's where the premium brands sit, and that's where the genuine bargains hide. Rule 3. Go on a Tuesday or Wednesday morning. That's when new stock hits the floor and the best pieces disappear within hours. Now, one thing to watch out for. Some TK Maxx stock is manufactured specifically for the off-price market. It was never sold at full retail anywhere. The brand labels look slightly different from the mainline versions. If a designer name suddenly feels cheaper than you'd expect when you touch the fabric, trust your hands. The material tells you what the label won't. Right. If TK Maxx takes strategy, this next goldmine takes no effort at all. Number 2. F&F at Tesco. Third supermarket brand on this list, and honestly, the one that surprised me the most. F&F has quietly raised its quality over the last few seasons, and almost nobody doing their weekly shop has noticed. Which is mad, really, because some of these pieces are genuinely impressive. Their denim is the standout. Straight leg jeans for £22 with real stretch recovery that holds its shape wash after wash. A comparable pair at Boden, £65. Joules, £59. The fit is different, sure, but the fabric quality and construction are much closer than that £43 price gap suggests. Their activewear has caught up too. Leggings for £12 that perform comparably to Sweaty Betty's £35 version for basic use. The compression is lighter, but for yoga, walking, or the school run, they do the job. The catch is availability. F&F only exists in larger Tesco extra stores. If your local Tesco is an Express or Metro, you will not find it, and their occasion wear is limited. This is a workwear and weekend gold mine. Do not go looking for a wedding outfit. And now, the biggest gold mine on the entire British High Street. You have almost certainly been inside this shop in the last 7 days, and you walk straight past the clothing without stopping. Number 1. Uniqlo. Uniqlo isn't the cheapest on this list. A Supima cotton t-shirt costs £12.99. A Heat Tech top costs £14.99. Every other gold mine we've covered today has cheaper options, but Uniqlo wins on the one metric that actually matters: cost per wear. Think about it. A £15 Supima cotton tee from Uniqlo. You wear it 100 times. That's 15 pence per wear. Now take a £45 top from Hobbs that bobbles and stretches after 10 washes. That's £4.50 per wear. Which one is actually cheap? The fabric keeps its shape, the colour barely fades, the stitching holds through dozens of washes. As we showed in our very first video, Uniqlo's basics outlast shirts costing 3 times as much. Their heat tech thermal range in winter is exceptional. Their ultralight down jacket packs into your handbag and weighs nothing, and their everyday basics, the crew neck jumpers, the smart trousers, the airism underwear, are all designed to be worn again and again and again. The downside? Limited colours, very muted, very conservative. If you want bold prints, you'll be disappointed. The sizing runs slightly smaller than standard UK, especially across the shoulders. And they're not on every high street yet. Depending on where you live, you might need to travel. But for cost per wear, nothing else on the British high street comes close. So those are your 7 gold mines, 7 shops you can walk into this weekend and spend less for more. But now, the part you've been waiting for. The 3 high street brands charging you the most for the least. Let's go. Ripoff number 3, River Island. River Island used to be a solid mid-range high street brand, reasonable quality, fair prices. That was 15 years ago. Pick up almost any blouse from their women's section today and flip to the fabric label. It will say 100% polyester and the price will be £38 to £45. You can get a better fabric blend from George at Asda for £8. Yeah, read that again. £8 versus £45, and the £8 version uses better materials. Their Trustpilot reviews back this up. Declining quality, poor stitching, clothes that lose shape after one wash. The prices have climbed and the quality hasn't followed. River Island is living off a reputation it built when their clothes were actually worth the money. They aren't anymore, but it's almost forgivable compared to this next one. Ripoff number 2, Monsoon. Monsoon sells a feeling. You walk in and the shop is beautiful. Warm lighting, rich colours, printed fabrics that make you feel like you are already on holiday in the south of France. And they charge you for that feeling, heavily. Pick up one of those gorgeous printed midi dresses. Check the price tag, £65 to £89. Now flip it over and check the fabric label. Viscose. Viscose. One of the cheapest fabrics in the fashion industry. It wrinkles, it shrinks unpredictably, and it does not age well. £65 for viscose is not a good deal, it is not even close. Remember that Matalan papaya knitwear we talked about? £16. Monsoon sells something that looks nearly identical for £55. I checked the labels on both. The £16 Matalan version uses a better blend, £16 versus £55. Same look on the hanger. Better fabric at Matalan. You are paying for the lighting and the carrier bag, not the quality. And finally, the biggest rip-off on the British high street, the one that is almost certainly in your wardrobe right now. Rip-off number 1, Zara. If you've watched our previous videos, you know where this is going. Zara's parent company Inditex published their financial results, and the profit margins are staggering. They are making enormous returns on garments that cost a fraction of what you pay at the till. As we covered in our Brands Robbing You Blind video, a Zara blazer at £79 uses fabric and construction that does not justify anything close to that price. The markup is not subtle, it's the entire business model. And here is the moment we come full circle. That £59 Zara linen blend top from the very start of this video, the £12 version was from F&F at Tesco. Same fabric weight, same linen blend percentage on both labels, 5 times less at the supermarket checkout. Zara does one thing brilliantly, making clothes look expensive on the hanger. The store layout, the lighting, the whole experience is designed to make you feel like buying something premium. But the label inside every single garment tells a completely different story. You walk into Zara and spend £80. You could walk into F&F next to your weekly Tesco shop and get the same quality for £15. That is the ripoff. And that is why Zara is number 1. 7 gold mines, 3 ripoffs, same high street, sometimes literally next door to each other. The only difference? Knowing where to look and knowing how to read a label. If this changed how you think about your next shopping trip, subscribe. We do this every single week. See you in the next one.